Everybody just watching you eat your lunch.
It's the lunch hour. I was trying to be more relatable.
So the only way you could be relatable to the audience is eating food.
Not just food. Fried chicken.
Fried. Hella racist, Pete. Hella racist.
This is Dominican fried chicken. I'm in a Dominican neighborhood. It's Alapata's best.
Oh, man. No ceilings. Mr. Green was happening, checking in. Lunch hour, man. No ceilings live Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at noon Pacific Standard Time. That's 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yeah. The lunch hour is something new, Mr. Green. Like, just really diving further into a lot of the podcast conversations, when it's time to dive further into them. This week we didn't double down on the whole conversation from the podcast. Make sure you click the link in the bio. Subscribe to the No Ceilings podcast on Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your podcasts. Listen to the latest episode that was released yesterday. More conversations about Kendrick versus Drake. It's a really great podcast. It's deep. But all of this, the Tyreek Hill stuff, I saw the body cam footage and it messed me up, man. It really messed me up.
The body cam footage got released that fast?
Yeah, it got released quick. And it put me in a bad situation. It put me in a really bad space. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that, Mr. Green. Peter appreciates you listening to all the pods at least twice. We appreciate that for real.
You're a better man than I am.
Long story short, I looked at the body cam footage and I was kind of really like in a bad space because for the most part, like I'm hella pro-black. Don't let the Crippin' fool you. Being the Crip ain't being anti-pro-black, contrary to popular belief. They don't work against each other. You know what I mean? Gangbanging is for the most part about holding people accountable. You know what I'm saying? It's about holding people accountable for their own actions all the time at the highest level. Don't get me wrong, the issues can be a bit primitive in how we solve things, but so is the world. The world is just as primitive. You know what I mean? It's a fight.
So what happened? Like, cause I just saw a picture of him on the ground. I didn't really look into it that much. I was like, he played, they won the game. Everybody down here was happy the team won. And if they lost, people would have been pissed more so.
Yeah. So he was heading to the stadium for the game. And he was speeding.
Sure.
And during the traffic encounter, because like it went bad to where they arrested him or put him in handcuffs to some degree. If he played in the game, I don't know how far he could have got on the arrest or what happened, but it went really bad and they had him on handcuffs in the ground. And we saw all of the footage. Of where he was on the ground and they threw him out the car and so forth. So immediately, we so used to being mistreated in this country that every time something happens, you automatically go to a space of mistreatment because that has been the standard in America for 400 plus years. But as I saw the body cam footage, it was a little more nuanced. You know what I'm saying? It was nuanced. And I looked at it like 4 or 5 times this morning. Shout out to Eric Swan. You know what I mean? Eric Swan said he was speeding. Enough said. No, speeding is not enough to still be mistreated. Speeding is a traffic infraction. I mean, you're supposed to write a ticket standardly, going over a certain amount of speed, I forgot what the actual speed was, past the speed limit, which
20 is usually
felony charge.
I think it's misdemeanor. I don't know if you can speed to a felony.
Well, misdemeanor charge to where you could be arrested.
I think that's 20.
It's like reckless, right? It's like reckless endangerment to some degree, right? So, yeah, like even if he's speeding, it doesn't give people a right to mistreat people in America. You know what I'm saying? That's a big problem. You know what I'm saying? And that's also a huge complaint. Even when people are wrong, it's not all hands off. Like I argue with a lot of people about R. Kelly, and it's like, even if he's wrong, it doesn't mean you can do anything to him. You know, you still have to treat him like an American citizen. That would be the goal to me, right? To treat people like an American citizen. That's the goal.
The goal is to follow laws.
Sure.
So if the one guy breaks the law, that doesn't abolish the idea of law.
Exactly. Even for
there's laws for the enforcement of law. That's necessary too.
Facts. So I looked at the video twice or like 3 times, and I was like, this is bad. So I was going to try to actually show you the video, and then we can look at it together.
What in the living fuck speed was he traveling? People, since I've been down, people do $1.30, or they drive 15 miles per hour. There's no spectrum. It's retired, old, or like immigrant doesn't know how to drive way below the speed limit, or north of 110. Those are the only 2 speeds we will travel out here. And I haven't seen a traffic stop in 3 years. I see strategic traffic stops because someone's leaving a dope spot in a donk at like 3 a.m. But other than that, there is no traffic enforcement here whatsoever. That's the most shocking part of the whole thing to me. Just stop for anything. There's pandemonium in the streets out here. Pandemonium.
Either way, both of those are against the law. If you're driving 10 or 15, you know what I mean?
Sure.
And then, or if you're driving 100. Yeah, Peter's crazy, bro.
I think there's a potential expectation where if you're driving so irrationally fast, there must be additional circumstances. You know what I mean? Either you're a maniac or you're under the influence of something or whatever else. I can understand where you walk up to someone who was going 52 and a 45. It's different than walking up to someone who's just going 118. Well, you wonder what the fuck's wrong with you.
It's a little crazier than that, right? And this is the point. Shout out to LVZ.
That's a good question.
How can you be speeding while going into a stadium? So that's the trick,
These
right?
shitheads here they speed going into the grocery store. I don't know what the fuck these people are doing here.
He wasn't driving. See, LVZ, and that's the problem when you don't kind of see all of the stuff, right? And we kind of hear the gist of the conversation. When you see the body cam footage, he's not driving into the stadium. He's driving, it looks like, next to the stadium on the street. And LVZ, when I tell you cuz is flying, that nigga is flying.
There's a street that runs parallel to that stadium that's like an access road to the like Dan Marino Expressway or whatever the fuck. And I'm telling you, that shit is hot. That is a hot ass street. People burn like fucking mad up there. If there was going to be, there's 2 spots. There should probably be a speed trap there. And that's like one of the 2.
Yeah. You can definitely speed, LVZ. And that's the problem when you see the footage. He was flying. And it was 2 bike cops in the center, in the center of the lane, the northbound or northbound and southbound or eastbound, westbound. They were sitting in the divider, and you just see this car just fly like, I mean, it was flying like, oh, he was rolling. Yeah, he probably was doing 60 or 70. I'm talking about flying. You know what I mean? And you see the bike cop hop on the bike, put on his seatbelt, his helmet, and the bike cop probably has to go about 80 or 90, maybe faster, and weave through traffic to catch him. That's how fast he was going. I'd imagine he was late to the game. That's what I'd imagine. He was supposed to be there at a certain time, and cuz was late to the game.
Or he's fired up and was like adrenal. You know what I mean? Like he's
Either
like
way,
in his zone, and he's like, I'm gonna
either way, he
shit up.
rolling. He
Yeah.
flying. Shout out to D Focus. We appreciate the support, man. Man, we be trying to put some game on, brother. Trust me. That's what we try to do, D Focus. We try to get a game, but he's flying. So, right, LV, cuz the nigga is flying, bro. Boom. Right. So, dude, you see it from the body cam. Dude, put on his helmet, he get himself together, turn around, and jump on the throttle. He nails it. He owned that motherfucking bike too. Go ahead.
I have a question.
Yes.
It's very obvious to me. You, as the police officer, are a fucking professional. Why is your helmet not on? You're at work. Your job is to drive around with a helmet on. If something seriously urgent happened, where time was really essential, and you're standing around fuddling with your fucking helmet because your helmet's not fucking on.
Yes. Yeah.
There's no standards here.
That's fair. I'm not mad at that. Yeah, sure. Professional.
What are we paying for?
Sure. So long story short, he hops on the bike. He turns around. He zooms. He's flying. He finally catches him, tells him to pull over. He's talking to him next to him when he's in the car. He's still on the bike and he's riding next to him.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice.
So he's like,
that's never good.
Hey, pull over. And he like, what'd I do wrong? He's slowing down driving while talking to the police. He's like, what'd I do wrong? The police said, you're speeding. He's still driving. He like, well, how fast was I going?
He did the traffic stop without the stop.
So he's trying to stop, but he stops at a bad place. So the police makes him go a little more forward. Right? Police go forward. So he pulls him over. He gets behind him. He said, hey, man, and he got his license. He's like, just give me my ticket. And he's like, calm down, man. I'm trying to talk to you. He said, calm down, man. I'm trying to talk to you. I'm trying to make sense to you.
I hate that.
He's like, just give me my ticket. And mind you, he's in this black car, right? That's one thing, and it's fast as fuck. But also the windows are pitch black.
Yeah. Yeah, right? They don't have that. For your Californians, you can basically just take black paint and a roller, which I think a lot of people out here actually do, and roll it all over the whole glass of the car. I mean, there is no standard for tint or visibility or even crashing here.
Which probably is a bit scary for police officers, you know what I mean? Because you can't see what's going on in the car. So my boy could roll up his windows, right? He rolls up his windows and the police is trying to talk to him. And he's like, hey, man, keep your window down. I need to see what's going on. And Tyreek is ignoring him, doing this thing in the car. So the officer taps his finger on the car. Tyreek rolled down the window like, don't be tapping my window like that. I'm like, cuz you making this shit hard, man. You making this shit hard, man. You making this shit hard, bro. What the fuck? Like, you already speeding, you didn't pull over, you asking some questions, which that's fine. Every human could got the right to ask questions. But it's like, bro, what the fuck? Just be a football player. Hey man, I'm late to the game, man. I got the game, man. I'm behind, man. I'm trying to get in there. They'll probably write you a ticket or let you go because they probably are Dolphin fans. Because
no one wants to be the guy that pulls over Tyreek on the way to the game. Like, that's not that guy's dream.
Yeah, like, even if you're not into football, because I doubt you want to be that guy.
You don't want to be the guy with your face all over the local news that everybody fucking hates. Like, that just sucks.
Yes. Right? So, cuz going in, though, like, he is popping it. He hella popping it.
Oh,
and
great.
So now the dude's like, man, calm down. You know what I mean? Now the dude's manhood, is starting to be insulted. I could feel it. Because as a man, I would have been, I would have for sure been like, cuz, who are you talking to? Cuz Cause who are you talking to? Cause you think I give a fuck about foot? Cause I done went bad.
You come up and knocked on the window with the barrel of the gun already out.
Yeah, oh God, bro. I'm feeling what? Who are you talking? You know what I mean? And again, it's still supposed to be a professional integrity. I agree. Just because somebody mistreats the cook at McDonald's does not give them the right to spit in your fries. You know what I'm saying? Like, it does not give the McDonald's cook a right to spit in your fries. That's still against the rules. But he didn't go too far. He didn't push it too far. He didn't disrespect him. He said, "Hey, man, I'm trying to tell you, you gotta, be more compliant. Like I'm asking you questions." He said, you keep, and Tyreek rolls the window up on Cuz again. Nigga said, "Hey, man, if you don't keep your window, you gonna have to get out this. Matter of fact, get out the car." So instead of Tyreek getting out the car, because maybe this motherfucking man don't know who Tyreek is, which would be hard to be around the stadium and not know. But just in case he don't know who homie is, Tyreek could have got out the car again. He could have de-escalated.
You know who Messi is.
Yeah, right. He could have de-escalated it, right? He could have said, "Hey, man, I'm sorry. I'm on my way to the game. I'm speeding. I'm behind. Brother, apology. I don't mean to take out whatever I got going on, but hey, feel me? Let me get to the game. If you got to give me a ticket, I got to get a ticket. I apologize. Let me stop." He's still kind of escalating it. And again, the police responsibility as professionals is still to that's their job. Even if it's not a citizen's job, Eric Swan, his job is to de-escalate it. That's the police job. Yeah. Now, Tyreek is a citizen, minus the football, minus the wide receiver. He's still just a regular citizen. The police officers are trained to de-escalate a situation. So my only worry with that police is he was escalating the situation. He was escalating it based off a level. See, the things he did for his job were correct. But because his job is, he's a cooler for the most part. It ain't about, he can't act the way Tyreek is acting. So Eric, even if you feel Tyreek is acting like a female, the officer cannot in exchange act like a female as well. Even though he a man under that badge, even though he a man, behind that uniform, his job as a professional is to do the job. Now, when you're off duty, you can be a man all you want to.
Sure. To me, two of my criticisms with certain elements of just like the system of the way that the police broader standards are is that there's not a lot of diplomacy. They want to de-escalate the situation, but they believe in like the de-escalation by show of force method exclusively. I'm going to bark, yell, and assert authority, and you're going to stop. Is like kind of the only way that they seem to look at it often.
That's fair. But can you teach finesse?
Probably not. The other thing that I don't think do a good job of, and this isn't a good example of that, but like you see a lot of weird like pop-off shootings where people don't handle the pressure real well. I don't think that there is. If there is one, it is not of a good enough standard. A pre-hiring stress test. Like with a dog, like you clap at a puppy's face, it either bites or it cowers. There needs to be something within the policing screening. They do a lot of psychological shit. Like if you ever broke a rule or lied, or you lie they give you a lie detector test or some shit like that. I know a couple people who failed those. I've never heard of something where they actually test your capacity to deal with stress before they hire you. So some of those things but if by the time you're an adult, if you can't hack stress, you're not going to be able to hack stress.
I could dig it. On record as a gangster rapper, I'm probably the only gangster rapper that's going to be honest and admit this. The police have a tough job. The whole concept of it is a tough job. It's a really tough job because you're expected every day to kind of put everybody's life before your own. That's the expectation of the general public. Like don't shoot somebody until there's a gun pointed, aimed at you, and he's about to pull the trigger. That's the expectation. That's the expectation of law, policing when it comes to the general, population in America. Like, so everybody wants to argue with that job. But like, I got a friend of mine who grew up in the jungles his whole life. And he like a regular dude like me. We used to street race, for crying out loud. Like, but sometimes I'll be chopping it up with cuz and we'll be talking and he'll be pulling people over. Like, they talking on their phone, not paying attention. I remember there's a time, bro, where Jesse, shout out to my homie Jesse, but Jesse rode next to somebody in downtown LA. They were sitting on their phone talking, holding their phone to their ear. This is against the law, sitting on his phone talking. Jesse talking to me on the phone, right? Because he got a headphone. And he's saying, Glasses, I've been riding next to this mother. He's like, it's shit like this. He's like, I've been riding next to this motherfucker for 3 or 4 blocks. And he hasn't noticed that I'm riding next to him. And he's on his phone. He said, now watch when I light him up and pull him over. Watch he act like he don't know what the fuck is wrong or he don't know why I'm tripping or nothing.
That's the thing I don't understand. Like, believe it or not, I've been pulled over a lot.
Yeah, I believe it.
I don't. The only time I have actually, through words, had an attitude with a cop was when I got pulled over and I wasn't driving. Then I was pissed. But otherwise, the last 2 times I got pulled over, I pulled to the curb when they got behind me. They didn't even put the lights on. I'm like, fuck it, they saw me, and I just pulled the fuck over.
Mm-hmm.
And I had all my shit out the window before the guy even got out of his car. He never turned the lights on. I'm over all my own shit out the window. I'm like, I want to deal with this.
So Jess pulls this dude over, right? And the dude is like, what the fuck you pulling me over? Why the fuck you pulling? Why are you making it? Why are you pulling me over? What's your problem? And he like, sir, I wasn't on my phone. I just was looking at my MyQuest. He was like, sir, I was riding next to you for you wasn't riding next to me. Like he never looked over and saw Cub. And he just going bad. You would think like Jesse like ruined Cub's life, came and told him he got a prostitute pregnant or something. And he just going bad. And Jesse like, man, give me your license. And he's telling him what's wrong. He's like, look, man, calm down. Like, I can do a lot worse. Not only is this is wrong. This is expired. This is wrong. I could tow your car. The dude's still talking shit. And I'm like, I felt so bad for my homie, bro. I felt bad for him. Like, damn, like, and Jess is a real brother. He not like some sellout that got this job. Jess a real brother. So it's like, again, man, it's as a gangster rapper, I'm going to be honest. The police have a tough job. I think a lot of the things that's happening in the community where things are going, listen, don't get me wrong. There are some cops who are very much racist and don't like black people. And then they get this job just to oppress, brothers more and more every day, for sure. That exists. But I don't think that's the mass of the conversation. I think it goes into a place where you got a bunch of people trying to police people they don't understand, trying to keep order when they don't understand the order. There's a big difference between the order in Huntington Beach or Newport Beach than it is in Watts or Compton. The order is different. The order is not kept the same way. The information, all the opportunity and resources are not available. So things are a little different. So law should be a little different. How you handle people in that community, how you keep order in that community requires more or different than what it would take in the community that they may have grown up in. I always thought the solution to policing was to have police from communities police.
I think that there's positives and negatives with that. I think that one thing that doesn't happen, which I would like to see happen, would be if for the residents, you can vote. You vote on a trillion things. The ballot's longer than all day long. there should be some sort of a spectrum scale as to what your police, that is your local police, that is in your tax-funded purview, how you want their enforcement to be. You know what? We're a little tired of the police. We understand people are going to do some riffraff around here. We get that. They're the neighbors. They're going to fuck around. It's fine. Give us a 1. Give us a 1. Or it gets to a point where, like, these guys are out of hand. Next year, we're going to vote for a 10. Bring back but you're the one paying for it. It's your area. You should be able to, like, vote the degree of whatever in some capacity.
It's minus whatever issues come about it. It's the only solution. It's the only solution. Because if you don't speak the language of the natives, then your police job, your job as policing cannot be efficient.
Do you think that there's potentially some risk exposure there where if you have guys that, like, you're a Compton guy and you know this guy and he knows you and you guys are raised kind of the same way and you get to chippy back and forth, there's room for it to get more personal or more contentious because of the familiarity?
Policing should be that way.
Should be what way?
It should be personal.
I mean,
the point.
Extra professional. Like guys said, "Oh, fuck you! I know you're fuck
Yeah,
your sister, whatever the fuck."
Not that personal, right? It should be personal, though, right? It should be personal.
You should be doing it because
because you would treat other humans like other humans. Yeah. Look, if you let's say you from HB, right? You from Huntington Beach.
Sure.
And you've never been to Compton and Watts your whole life. You never met anybody from Compton and Watts your whole life, right? Well, guess what? All you know about Compton and Watts is what you saw in gangster rap what you heard in gangster rap songs, is what you saw in gangster rap videos, or what you saw in a film. Now is what you see on Instagram. So you walk in with this preconceived concept. It's like when I talk to people about gangbanging. When people tell me gangbanging is about colors, and I'm like, bro, it's hardly about colors. Like, that don't have nothing to do with it. But again, how can I be upset when they're judging it based off the limited information they have? Well, that would be the same thing if a kid was raised in Huntington Beach his whole life, and then he came to Watts or Compton trying to communicate with the locals. This is a different walk of life. Like, we would love to believe people are just people, but they aren't. Circumstances create people more times than not. Sure. It creates culture more times than not. So the only mindful thing is to have people from community police people from community, because that job should be personal. It's a very personal job. It's the point of when they say you'll be judged by your peers. You know what I'm saying? When they say, oh, you'll be judged by your peers, a jury of your peers. Sure. But if somebody is from HB, they are not my peer. They don't understand. Like, even when you watch certain people judge a case that involves, let's say, a gang member, and then like a gang member has to, they have to defend themselves based off what's self-defense in this community. Like, law, it can't just be this one level thing for everybody, because circumstances are different for everybody. And to me, that's the point. Like, the concept that law is this one just thing, and it's not. That's just crazy. And it couldn't be enforced either. Even a teacher, bro, like, how do you communicate with kids if you don't understand the language that they are speaking?
Sure.
That's just crazy to me. So it's a weird thing, right? It's a hella weird thing. It's a hella weird thing.
Oh, man.
What? He popped up like the Grim Reaper, crying. And he was shaking his head like, yeah, I'm here. You look like a wrestler just coming in. You know how a wrestler just pop up in the ring out of nowhere, and you just popped up?
You know what? When I was a kid, I wanted to be a professional wrestler.
You definitely could have been a professional wrestler.
That would have worked.
I really wanted to be a professional wrestler, dog. My mama took me to go see Junkyard Dog, Ric Flair. That's when the NWA was cracking.
Yeah.
And the Road Warriors, I went down there, man, downtown Cleveland, and saw them, man. And it was cracking, super cracking. I wanted to be a wrestler. I was gonna go to wrestling school and everything. And my mama said, "You out your mind." She said, "You out your mind."
That's crime. So let me catch you up real quick still. So we were talking about the Tyreek Hill. We were talking about the Tyreek Hill situation, right? And at first, obviously, again, I'm very much aware of the horrible treatment of Black people in this country by this country itself, the institutions that they create that should make it safe. I'm all in. So when I saw the Tyreek Hill thing, obviously, I'm like, damn, why are they doing homie like that? They just tossed him to the ground. You know, they just dogging him. They just missed, what the hell? And then this morning, 2 or 3 times, I watched the body cam footage of what happened. And I'm gonna run you through it. I would like to show it and us to, when we get to the 50-minute mark, I would like to show you the video and then we look at it together because I got the whole thing that I saw. Right. So it starts off 2 bike cops are in like a divide between like north and south ongoing traffic or east and west ongoing traffic. They're just sitting there talking. You just see a black dot speed pass. I'm talking about this.
It looked like, what was that? Like a McLaren or a?
I don't know. It was something.
It was small, compact.
So he was speeding.
I mean, he was flying. Like flying low.
I think like the way it sounds, I'll bet he was doing a buck something like easily at that moment.
He was flying.
That's how they go out here.
Yeah, when I tell you he was flying, I'm talking about. So the police slowly starts to put on his helmet again. He's putting on his helmet, strapping in his helmet. You know what I mean? He turns around. Now he's on the throttle, full throttle. Why he's on it? He's swerving around. Now I don't know if Tyreek is weaving. I think he's weaving. He has to weave. So the bike is weaving. Finally, the police gets next to Tyreek. He's talked to him. Hey, pull over. He said, "What I do wrong?" They're still driving. He said, "You're speeding." Tyreek responds, "Well, how fast am I going over the speed limit?" So Tyreek goes to pull over. Tyreek goes to pull over. Wherever he's at is not the correct place. So the police waves him for it. He pulls up a little bit more. He pulls over. Police gets behind him. Police come walking up. Goes to get the license. And he says something. And Tyreek said, "Well, just hurry up and get my ticket," and roll up the window. Now, again, this window is pitch black, man. You can't see in the car. Right? So he said, "Hey, man, roll down your window, so forth, so on." Like, Tyreek is just on, bro, tripping. He is on, dog. He doing the most.
Well, like most athletes, sense of entitlement.
Right? I don't want to know what it is, but so the officer knocks on his window. Tyreek, don't be knocking on my window like that. He said, "Man, I'm trying to, I'm trying to handle the business. And, you roll up to your windows dark. I need to." He like, "Yeah, I don't care about, he's on. I don't know. He got some stuff going on." So the police said, "Man, if you keep rolling his window up, I'm going to have to matter of fact, get out the car. I need to get out the car." So he gets him out the car. Right? Now, Tyreek, instead of getting out, maybe is a little slow on getting out. So they grab him and toss him to the ground. Right? That's what happened. But if you see the video, man, still, it's bad. Because I think as a police, your job is to be professional. Like, so even if Tyreek is acting, he's escalating it, your job is still to de-escalate.
Well, yeah, because I've seen plenty of instances when white people are out there acting the fool, cussing the police out, and they remain calm and just do their job, without putting their hands on nobody. And I'm pretty sure Peter's a white guy. He can attest to that.
Well, I don't think they really put their hands on him. I wouldn't call them putting their hands on him. I don't think they kicked his ass. I think they got him out the car.
Now, in your opinion, though, was Tyreek out of line?
Okay, so there's a two-part to this. And that's kind of how I went to this last part of the conversation about I think the police have a really tough job. So professionally, they're not wrong. Professionally, they did what they were supposed to do. If I can't see in your car and I'm looking at you, hey, get out the car. Get out the car. You know what I mean? Like, I can't see what's going on. I don't know if you're reaching for something. I don't know what's going on. Like, get out the car. You know what I mean? As a man, see, the problem with our expectation as the public is that these people are supposed to endure our issues and attitudes. That's the biggest thing. We feel like because they are to some degree public servants, that they are professionally trained to deal with our attitudes and issues.
Bro, don't nobody want to deal with an asshole though.
And I just was saying this to Pete, I'll repeat it again. Even if you talk shit about the cook at McDonald's, it don't give him a right to piss in your fries.
Yeah, true.
Now, we're just really determining, did the police officer piss in Tyreek's fries?
That's what my next question is going to be. Is he piss in the fries or just say, sir, we're not going to serve you. You can leave.
And really, they didn't piss in his fries. That's the thing. Was there anything they did that was unlawful?
Piss and fries. Jesus Christ.
No, that would be
piss and fries. That's like stuffing a piece of dynamite in somebody's mouth as a cop. That's pissing in someone's fries is like hyper extreme.
I'm saying breaking the law, right? Or doing something wrong. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying, did the police do something wrong against the law? Let's use against the law, because wrong is hella subjective. Probably not. They probably didn't do anything against the law.
Well, you know what? First off, the brother was speeding, right?
Yes.
You know, number one, he broke the law. Man, when you break the law, that's what happens. Police get involved. You get caught. Secondly, I think a lot of times, and this is being the father of a professional athlete, who I've had to have many conversations with, that you're not above the law. You just like every other citizen out here. I think sometimes, man, you know, not just athletes, entertainers. I think some people, man, because of their celebrity, they've been getting away with so many things their whole life and just given this pass to get away with stuff that when somebody finally nab them for something, it's like a shock to their system. Like, oh, do you know who I am? I can't. How dare you pull me over for speeding?
Well, again, that would be a analysis of his mind state of what made him act the way he acted or behave that way. Shout out to Killer Cam. Again, man, y'all can hit them super chats. This is the lunch hour. Pete got some Dominican fried chicken. Everybody, y'all, we open it. Everybody buying lunch. Killer Cam says humiliation, chest on floor, knee and back, hand around neck. And I understand the humiliation part of it, Killer Cam. But the problem is, if you humiliate people, they may tend to humiliate you back.
You know my thing is too, bro. Go ahead, Peter. I'm sorry.
I was going to briefly say, like, you know, this guy as this cop in the greater scheme of police, not far end on the crazy spectrum, didn't sound like to me. But we've seen fumbling around in cars with the police there, and the cop fires because he doesn't know. You know. So you start rolling up tinted windows and doing weird shit like that or whatever. This guy knows there's other guys on that force that might be fucking maniacs. And he's like, look, dude, you need to learn not to, of all the shit that you're might want to do, that is not the thing to do. You know what I mean?
I agree with
Shout out
that.
to the homie Defocus. Tyreek could have made it easier. Technically, you have to keep your window down, but the tint, that's true. I don't know if that's true in every state. You know what I mean? I don't know the law, so I can't really speak on. You have to
think that
legally
there's a tent law here.
Keep your window down. But I could imagine being a police officer and I walk up on somebody's car and I don't know what's in the car. I don't know what's going on. You know what I mean? So if your window, like his window on that car was pitch black, I'm talking about dark as the night, and you couldn't see. And all you see if I'm a police is somebody doing something, right? Which could be him putting on his seatbelt, him reaching for his phone. I definitely would want you to roll down your window too. This is a tough job, man. And
oh, for sure, man. They don't know if a dude, especially they down there in Florida, they don't know if a dude go come from behind there with a 4.5 or a Glock with a switch on it, anything, man. You know, being a police officer is a difficult job.
And it's suspicious, you know, to keep persistently rolling it back up. You know what I mean? Like it's not the end of the world, but it's like, it's not great. I wouldn't do it. I mean, like,
well, you know, this is the thing too, G. Me being aware of the climate, or pretty much that's been in existence since I've been on this planet, since I was born. You know, we targets, bro. You know, we targets, and a lot of these guys are scared of us off rip when they pull us over anyway. So I'll make it easy, dog. Hands on the 10 and 2. Don't say nothing. If I'm gonna reach for some officer, can I grab my wallet? I'm gonna make it as comfortable as I can for them. And usually when you give them that treatment, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I haven't had no hope. I've had bad encounters like every other brother out here, but most of my experiences, man, have been pretty positive because I keep it real. The one time I had a problem, I was running my mouth. I was young and running my mouth, and that taught me a lesson. You ain't gonna beat the police, dog. They the biggest gang out there.
Cops should have common sense. $300,000 car equals no threat. Never in history has a $300,000 car been a threat. Cam, that is ridiculous. You gotta grow up. Money does not mean you are not a threat, brother.
Especially if you're in Miami or like LA. I had a flat tire in East Hollywood like a few years ago. The whole freaking cartel pulls up at 3:30 in the morning. $2 million worth of cars, Sicario looking guys, tattoos all over their face, getting out of $500,000 Aston Martins and shit. They had four $500,000 cars.
That's what I was gonna say, G. How many homeboys we got, man, that wasn't exactly living on the right side of the law, that's driving some fly shit?
Well, again, that doesn't you don't get the benefit of having a nice car and still being able to do what you want to do. I actually disagree with that thought, Cam. I think if I have suspicions of a Cutlass, then I should have the same suspicion of a Bentley. It's not a common sense thing. There's no common theme about money is less dangerous than poor. That's probably the biggest problem in the conversation. Like that, it's probably right to pull somebody over for that. It's not about an example to be made. You know what I mean? That's the correct thing to do. If your windows are pitch black and I can't see in your car, and I'm suspected of what's going on, that's standard. That's standard. It doesn't matter if it's never happened in life. It could be the first time. I won't be the first victim. I for sure, if that's my job, I wouldn't be the first victim. Like money does not give you a right to be a dick. It's not about emotions or facts. Like
my mother,
it don't matter if your windows are tinted and I'm worried about what's going on behind the tint. Feel me? At the end of the day, that doesn't matter.
Yeah, facts.
No, money does not give you the right to be a dick. If you made that into a bumper sticker so my mom could stick it on the back of her car, because she's like about to move out of Newport Beach over that exact concept, because she detests the people of that city at this point in time in her life.
You know what, G? I'm gonna tell you something, man. My kids been pretty much, all my kids had cars except for Jasmine, my daughter, right? And they pretty much been driving since like their sophomore year of high school. I'm pretty sure the lessons that I gave them when I went and taught them how to drive was different than that of a white person, right? You just teach the kids how to drive, you white. With me, I spent extensive time telling them how to handle the police. Do not talk back to them. Whatever they ask you to do, if they arrest you, don't fight them back. I will be to bail you out. If you ain't did nothing wrong, if you did something wrong, you SOL. You know, but if you haven't done nothing wrong, I'll be against you. You cannot be combative with the police. Just like we expect certain things out of them, bro. We gotta also kind of like mind our manners too, bro. Because it's already a chance that the situation could escalate. Why take a simple traffic infraction, dog, and turn it into something else and turn to somebody losing their life or getting the shit beat out of them?
Or just turning it into something where you compound stupid ass charges and expenses. So now he gets, let's say hypothetically, he does get out of hand to the point where they actually do have to and justifiably do arrest him and he misses the game. That's a fucking $5 million mouth off. I mean, the guy gets paid how much fucking a year? If he misses a game off conduct, he's probably going to lose, I swear to God, like $5 million.
And on the other side of that, man, I've seen white people let police have it. I've seen them go off and walk away.
There's videos on the internet of every kind of person on this earth letting the police have it and surviving.
But the state of the union and what it is, man, we need to just be quiet, get our ticket, and get on. There's too much stuff that can happen. That could have ended way worse for Tyreek. He could have lost his life. He could have got jacked up to where he couldn't play football no more. Something. Let's say they messed his knee up or something like that. He could have been gone with the season. Like Peter said, he could have lost. When you got that much money,
he has a heart problem he doesn't know about. There's a lot of weird heart arrhythmias in the NFL. Yeah. You get a zap and that might fuck you up.
And to that point, though, being a dick, that's the point, Cam. Like, being a dick isn't illegal even for the police.
And being temporarily detained is not illegal.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So the police being a dick to him is not illegal. That's the point. Like, did the police break the law? Probably not. They were guilty of being dicks, or like my new way of saying it, being Johnsons. They were guilty of being Johnsons, bro. And the problem is he was guilty of being a Johnson. And that to me creates the problem, right? It's like that to me creates the problem, right? It's when you're being a Johnson, somebody else may be a Johnson to you. Straight up, bro.
Yeah, you know what? But even Tyreek said he could have handled it different. That's him
holding himself. When I saw the video, bro, I was in utter disbelief. I'm like, damn, I can't just, I want to be upset for him. I want to push a line for him, but it's like, bro, they're being dicks to you because you're being dicks to them.
Bro, you know what, man? I'm going to tell you this, man. Sometimes, man, when we get money, dog, we never get used to it. And we think we just run the world.
I got a different angle on the thing. I think that if this probably isn't on the way to a game, he's a small guy. You know, you have to be in a certain frame of mind to go out there and go that fucking hard. You know you're about to get smashed like 20 times today.
No, you psych yourself up.
Yeah, your adrenaline is probably on max. That's probably why he's speeding already. He's fired up. He's punching the gas. He feels invincible. You can't say shit to me. Can't talk to me. Can't do nothing. Can't tackle me. Fuck you. And next thing you know, he's out of the car.
Because when you in game mode, man, it's a different feeling.
Yeah, you have to not give a fuck about combat.
Yeah.
He supports BLM. Tyreek supports BLM, kneels, and is a racist African-American. Get him out of this place. What a disgrace. Alexander, Jesus Christ. Oh, man, I won't even go. You're not even going to get me, Alexander. That's just crazy. Obviously, you cannot be racist if you are black. That's a whole nother conversation. I get the general concept of it. You could think black people are superior, but again, this is a different conversation of institutional oppression. Black people just don't have the opportunity to possibly do that in no country. Maybe the closest country, the first time it's happened was in South Africa. Even when you use the word racist in America, black people could not be the picture in the dictionary. Yes, they could be the picture in the dictionary, but not the picture we talking about. So I don't know if it's about racism so much as, again, it could be to Pete's point. He could be gassed up, bro, getting ready for his game. Or to my point, he could be being a Johnson and, knowing he's going to do his thing and get into some money. But either way, you can't act a certain way for that. You can't act a certain way and not expect people to mistreat you as well.
Yeah. You know what, man? It's one of them things, man, to where sometimes stuff just happen, right?
Yeah.
I think if we all just sit back, man, you know something. Gee, you know sometimes I could be an asshole, man.
All the time. You pretty good at it.
I think, you know, we can be assholes sometimes, depending on the moods you catch me in. I might say something fly at the mouth, man. What I've learned to do is just bite my bottom lip, though, for about 5 seconds and think about what I'm gonna say.
Sure. And to like this guy said, we're using adrenaline to justify his actions. There's a difference between justifying actions and attempting to explain actions or getting the mindset of somebody for what led to a thing. Like I'm not saying because he's revved up an adrenal before a game starts or whatever that he has carte blanche to do whatever the hell he wants to. That's not my point. I'm just saying if I was going to bet money as to why he was doing this, I would bet my money on that particular factor relative to other factors because he drives around in that car all day, every goddamn day. So if he was doing that all day, every damn day, this probably would have happened before.
Now, Peter, I got another side of that coin. That man also makes millions of dollars every year. Sure. When you make millions of dollars every year, you have to conduct yourself in a certain way. Sure. You just can't be out just doing anything you want to because this lawsuits, you can lose your job. You know, it's a number of different things that can happen, man. It ain't good. It ain't none of them good. So when you're making that much money, man, you have to really be conscious of what you got going on. And how many athletes have we seen die high speed chasing? There's been a number of athletes, man, that got on wrecks. You know about that, Pete. They got in accidents, man, and now they gone. They're not here no more.
Oh, boy, in Vegas, one of those guys, I see it at my gym all the time. Kendrick Horton from Miami. Yeah. He's only got one. He lost an arm. So he had played 1 year in NFL, around the 95, rolled his shit, lost his arm.
Exactly. And you got the other brother, right, that was playing for the Raiders.
Yeah, he's locked up.
His career up with, dog, he killed somebody. This boy probably ain't been in jail a day in his life. Gee, that's just sad over something that could have been avoided.
Jerome Brown, a legend in the city. First team all NFL defense, fatal car accident. I don't know what's going on down here. These people down here, I swear to God, I don't know what these people are doing in Florida. The driving here is a nightmare.
Can you guys see my screen?
Yeah, I can see it. You ain't gonna share it in the thing, is you?
No, I don't share it how. I don't know how to share it. I'm sharing it. Can you see it?
Yeah, I can see it.
The video?
He already swung by. He's flying to catch him.
I can't see it.
You gotta look at the bottom, Peter.
I would see a video that popped up. There's nothing here.
Oh no, look at the bottom bar because we can't show it on the live.
You can show it on the live, can't you?
Oh hell no, they ain't about to give me no strike.
I'm not seeing anything. I think because you guys got admin. You guys have admin, so it's different.
Okay, yeah, that's probably what it is, Peter.
Yeah, we got him here. 6 o'clock. Hey, don't knock on my window like that, man. Why don't you have your seatbelt on? Don't knock on my window. Why don't you have your seatbelt on? Don't knock on my window like that, though. Like what? Don't knock on my window like that. Why you have it up? Don't knock on my window like that. Why you have it up? I have to knock to let you know I'm here. That way you can lower it and talk to you. Just get my ticket, bro, so I can.
See, you just being the asshole right off the gate, dog. Like, come on, man.
Oh, man. Hold on. Let me add to the stage. Let me put it on the 4. We can show it still. It's not against the rules.
Man, okay.
Hold
a lot
on.
of people say that it ain't got their stuff no more.
Hold on.
It's against the rules.
Hold on. 4 speaker overlay. Bear with me. I'm going to show y'all this video.
Why don't you just give them a link to go see it, bro?
No. I think reviewing it is cool. We can review it. Better.
Well, there's a whole bunch of headaches with that. Go ahead.
They don't. Sports Center shows you the highlight. They don't send you a link. Okay, we're professionals.
Man, that's it. I'm not trying to get the strike either.
We're not gonna let you get a strike. We're not gonna let you get a strike. You can cut this off if you want to. All right, can you see it now, Pete?
I can see what's about to probably be the video. Yes.
No, I'm gonna be late. Yeah.
There we go.
See the video now?
Do what you gotta do.
It's a little skewed into the upper part of the square. If you could, it's in the upper left.
Let me work on it. Y'all let me work. This is my YouTube. Still the one know how to do this, and he don't want to do it for me.
No, the thing is, it's like it's hard. Like without showing the whole thing, like I don't even like whose channel is that on?
This is on Fox Cam. Hold on, let me fix this.
It'll be fine.
Y'all bear with me. Hold on, let me edit a little bit. Oh, I see what's wrong.
It's like not. It's like it's centered to the whole screen, not to the fourth.
Yeah, it'd be easier to do without the thing we got going on. You know what I mean? Because it's a way to do it.
Here we go. Update layout. Okay, you can see it now.
Here we are.
Now, what if I do this?
Oh, my man.
Is that it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so let me back it up a little bit. Okay, so just bear with me.
Can we see it? Can we see his car fly by?
No, that's him catching up to his car.
Okay.
So then the audio is going to start.
He is bombing.
All right, he rolling. Here goes the audio.
How's your speeding? Move forward.
So that was weird, right? He said, he said, why you pulled me over? He said, you're speeding. He said, how fast was I going? That's the first thing, right? That was just crazy. All right, so he pull forward.
Yeah, we got it here. 6 o'clock.
Getting off the mic.
Hey, don't knock on my window like that, man. Why don't you have your seatbelt on? Don't knock on my window. Why don't you have your seatbelt on? Don't knock on my window like that, though. Like what? Don't knock on my window like that. Why you have it up? Don't knock on my window like that. Why you have it up? I have to knock to let you know I'm here. That way you can lower it and talk to you. Just get my ticket, bro, so I can go. I'm gonna be late, gang. Do what you got.
Oh, man. Fuck, Tyreek, bro. Shit. Fuck, man. You see what I'm saying?
What do you think he was going to break the window? Like,
man. You get what I'm saying? Like, it starts off like, fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're speeding, right? Man catches up. The man catches up with you. You know what's going on. Like, why would you not have your window down and have your shit out? Like, what are we saying?
Yeah, see, now Tyreek Hill is calling for this dude to be fired.
Yeah, but that's crazy. Like I wanted to be in his favor, feel me? But it's like, bro, you can't be a Johnson to other people. Like, you knew why this. He had told you already why he pulled you over. He said, you're speeding. He said, how fast am I going?
Gee, I guarantee you, and I almost guarantee you, had he just rolled his windows down and pulled over and said, you know what, officer, I'm sorry, I got caught up this game day and I'm running a little bit late, dude would probably say, man, go on about your business, have a nice day.
Okay, and that's true. And being a Johnson is not against the law. But Jesus,
no, it's not, but still, though.
I can see why somebody's being a Johnson to you. They're going to push you as far as they can with their ability to be a Johnson. That's the problem. So now you got two people being a Johnson. That's just crazy.
At worst, let's say they gave him this ticket, right? You get your ticket and get on. Have a nice day. You can put your check in the mail, pay for it online. It ain't the end of the world.
Hey, don't Don't knock on my window like that, man. Don't knock on my...
Bro, you know this nigga pulling you over.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you not have your window down? He just told you a second ago, I'm pulling you over because you're speeding. And you said, how fast am I going? He's like, pull over.
That's Tyreek Hill. He can do what he wants to.
What the fuck?
That's Tyreek Hill. He can do whatever he wants to.
It be a lot of niggas, it be a lot of brothers going through stuff, and he messes it up for the brothers really going through stuff. Like, man, shit.
You have your seatbelt on. Don't knock on my... How's your speeding? How fast am I going? Move forward. Yeah, we got it here. 6 o'clock. Don't knock on my window like that, man. Why don't you have your seatbelt on? Don't knock on my window. Why don't you have your seatbelt on? Don't knock on my window like that, though. Like what? Don't knock on my window like that. Why you have it up? Don't knock on my window like that. Why you have it up? I have to knock to let you know I'm here. That way you can lower it and talk to you. Just get my ticket, bro, so I can go. I'm gonna be late, gang. Do what you gotta do. Keep it down. Hey, keep your window down.
And then he told him, he called him gang. Do what you gotta do, gang.
I thought he cussed him at the beginning.
Hey, keep your window down. Don't tell me what. Keep your window down. I'm gonna get you out of the car. As a matter of fact, get out of the car. Get out of the car.
Damn, man. Damn. See what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, you want to be on his side, but dude was wrong though. Not saying that he deserved to have hands put on whatever, but he made it hard not to, kind of, because he was kind of being defiant.
Shout out to Are You Dumb? Thanks for joining us on the lunch hour, No Ceilings Live. There's a link below. Subscribe to No Ceilings Podcast on Apple Podcasts or anywhere you get your podcast. Listen to the latest edition. It's in the actual caption. More conversations about Kendrick versus Drake. Are You Dumb said the cops are wrong, period. How are they fucking wrong?
In that moment, you are begging them.
How are
you have to search the car?
How are you
begging them to have to search the car? It looks like you're flagrantly obstructing something in the car. Like, you want to talk probable cause? They almost fucking have to search your car at this point.
Bro, what the fuck?
You know what though, G? I can see why some brothers feel that way. We don't went through so much bullshit that when they do something, when something like this do happen, they don't get no pass.
Yeah, but how? Like, I can't consciously justify this particular thing with everything because it wasn't anything too far. They match your energy of being dicks. They didn't break the law. They didn't break the law. You committed traffic infractions, speeding, and actually riding without your seatbelt. Those are traffic infractions.
I don't know how the hell they got him for not having the seatbelt on. You can't see shit in there. Or when he was talking to the guy?
Yes. He said, why is your seatbelt not on?
Gotcha.
After he pulled you over for speeding, cuz what the fuck? Oh, let me see this one more. Let's do it again.
Get out of the car. Get out of the car right now. Keep it down. Hey, keep your window down. Hey, keep your window down. Keep your window down. I'm gonna get you out of the car. As a matter of fact, get out of the car. Get out of the car. Get out of the car. Get out of the car right now. We're not playing this game. Get out. 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 Damn. What part of brother doing this?
And then he says, damn, like he's surprised.
I'm getting arrested. I'm getting arrested, Drew. I'm getting out, bro. God damn, twin. When we tell you to do something, you do it. You understand? You understand? Not when you want, but when we tell you. I'm getting out, bro. Too late. Too late. All right, bro. Take me to jail, bro. Do what you gotta do, bro. We are. We will. Good, bro. It is good. Hey. Don't worry about it. I hung up the phone. Stop crying, bro.
I love it. Damn. Like, what the fuck do you think? If you're gonna be hard all the way to the ground. That's all I'm saying.
Why the nigga was acting surprised?
That's my favorite part of the video.
See, why was he acting surprised?
Because he entitled, he was on the phone with his agent, and he said he wanted the dude fired. Man, that dude gave him every opportunity to do what he was supposed to do.
Fired for what?
But see, and to shout out to the homie D Focus, shout out to Are You Dumb Killer Cam, everybody supporting this live, having this conversation. He says, see, that's where the police were wrong at. He didn't give him a chance to get out.
How much time does he need to get out of a car?
What is going on?
The man who's known for speed.
What are we talking about? That's where he's wrong at. That's not where he's wrong at. The problem is when you're being a dick, it's going to be a dick back to you this is the problem. It's a bunch of people doing things within the bounds of the law. That's it. It's a bunch of people doing what they can do within the law. You talking the shit you could talk within the law, and them using their force they can within the law. And that's the problem. It's all within the law. It's not even worth it, bro. It wasn't true. They are not going to do it anyway. And that's what you can't do. You can't say they were going to do it anyway. The dude was talking to him cool. And boy, it was just going bad. Like, bro, look, don't get me wrong. The police and any professional person, they are professionally trained to de-escalate things. That's their job, right? But that don't mean you're granted the courtesy of it. That don't mean you get to mistreat. I don't care if somebody making your food and this is what's wrong with humans. I don't care if people is making your food at Taco Bell or McDonald's or a police officer pulling you over. It's a way to treat human beings. Period. You don't shoo people off. You don't disrespect people because then you have to deal with it back. That's the problem, bro. That's what fucks with me. It's like we got it already hard enough in this country to where we don't need to be treating other human beings inhumanely or making them feel like they're nothing or shooing them off. You can't do humans that way. And sometimes people have a bad habit. This ain't even about black. This is just human beings in general. That dude is trying to do his job. Your ass speeding. He come to your window. You don't got your window down. You could have had your window down with your lights. Hey, man, I'm in the rush to the game. Solve. No problem. Maybe you get a ticket. Maybe you don't. I ain't got myself. I'm sorry, man. I'm pumped up, man. I'm finna kill him today. I'm finna beat whoever the Dolphins played. I'm finna kick the shit out of him. We gonna kick him. We gonna win this game. I'm pumped up. Cool. All right. Maybe you get a different response from whoever this other human is.
No, I'm gonna tell you this.
To shoo this other human being off and hurry up or to mistreat him like you don't have any respect for this person as a human being and his job is fucked up. It's just not right. Now, again, it don't matter when somebody else breaks the law. Like if you mistreat a police and that police kills you, that's still against the law. If that police officer breaks the law, that's still against the law. And I don't give a damn what you did. I don't care what you did when somebody breaks the law. That's the point of it, when that's their job to be professional. But everything he's doing is within the law. Everything that police officer did is within the law. Everything he did was within the law. So now it's like I'm in this weird situation like, bro, you deserved how that person treated you. You deserved how that person treated you. You deserved how that person treated you, bro. You deserved it. And that's the issue, bro. You deserved it. You deserve how that person treated you. That person didn't break a law when he mistreated you. The police didn't break any law when they mistreated you. They didn't do anything within the outside of the boundaries of the law. They just gave you no courtesy like you gave them. No courtesy like you gave them. Bro, you got to give people courtesy. You got to be courteous to people doing their fucking job. We got to be courteous. It don't matter if they are the public servants. It don't matter if you pay them. You don't pay them to mistreat them. I don't care if you have a maid at your house. You don't mistreat the maid because you pay the maid. You don't mistreat people because you pay them. When you go to McDonald's, you order your food. Just because you spend your money, they don't give you a right to mistreat people, bro. Y'all got to stop thinking money empowers you or because you pay somebody's salary. I don't care if the police salary or any salary. You can't mistreat other humans and then expect to not be mistreated.
And like, I'd be willing to bet if you paid, or not if you paid, if you were to like survey a lot of regular police officers, if you get to starting to try to obstruct their ability to see inside of your vehicle, I think that starts to be some real funny area for them.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Because your life, you don't like Killer Cam made a great point. This is a $500,000 car. So maybe I can possibly be like, well, they got money. Maybe they might not shoot me. But some people don't play.
And even beyond that, there just might be like more seriously illegal shit in the car. Like, or you might be trying to mask that you're under the influence of something or whatever. Or it's like, you can speed, but like, bro, you're like on some shit. We can't let you keep driving like this. You know what I mean? You're a threat to other people. Like it could be a whole myriad of things that you don't want the guy to see that is inside of your car. So it's just that it's not like he just left the window down, just ran his mouth the whole time. Like that's a little bit different, practically speaking. If that makes any kind of sense. It's just the way I kind of look at it.
It definitely makes sense.
How does Steele leave and then screw up the whole grid?
I'll remove
Glasses doing that shit.
Oh, never mind.
There we go. That's what I was looking for. Now I'm trying to find the 3-panel. Oh, I like that one.
This one's great. Yeah, a lot of me, a little bit of you. Very little.
Did you get my text message?
Me?
No, I'm talking about G Glasses.
Oh, never mind.
No, I didn't get your text message. Let me check your text. Oh, my phone died. That's why.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, no. At the end of the day, yeah, man, I can't get people to act like humans to save their life. It's such a simple ask. Act like a human, bro. Act like a human, bro. Is that too much to ask for? Why is that so much to ask for, Pete?
Because it's a subjective definition.
Fuck, man. Still, what am I going to do with y'all, man? What am I going to do with the human race, brother?
I don't know, man. People is people, man. They've been that way since I've figured out, man, people go do what they do.
That is true. They are.
Yeah.
All right. No ceilings. Again, the lunch hour every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 12 noon. No ceilings live. Inside the caption below the link to download the No Ceilings podcast. The last episode, which was released yesterday. Make sure you check that out. And we back here Friday, man. Again, we'll see y'all Friday at noon. Be here.
Peace.